good whatever to you whenever you're watching this episode of Chatting With. Oh, I've got the old title up there, Chatting with Beloved Chatters. My guest today is Honk the Clown. Thank you for joining me today, Honk.
Dylan from somewhere. Thank you, my young brother, for having me on as a guest. I'm excited. I've been training for this day, and I've been up since like midnight, just in anticipation, waiting to come on here. Damn it!
Hope you got a little bit of coffee in you. It's been a few hours since midnight.
Yes,
You
it
may
has.
be
Yes, it
hitting the
has.
wall soon.
I no, I'm good. I'm good. I got my coffee going. I'm in for the long haul.
Uh, And you had some fun with me. I believe it was on a hack ride stream. You were busting my balls. Andrea was being a bit too much of a protective mod, and after she gave you guys the timeout, I was like, "Oh, it was just a fun little ball busting by Honk and Granny."
Yeah, yeah, we like to play. Plus, you know what? I think you need it. All the creators, they need some, at the beginning, see if you can handle it. Obviously, you passed all the tests. People up in the chats and crap don't mean nothing to you. It's how you got to be. I mean, the good ones you love, and the other ones that are just blowing smoke. Well, hey, what can you do about them, right?
Yeah, give him the old test. Is this someone that can be part of the gang, or is this someone we're pointing and laughing at? Are they laughing
Ex-
with us, or are we laughing at them?
Exactly,
So
exactly.
we were talking before we got going here. You've actually got a little bit more of a fancy setup than I do with your Rode microphone. You've been streaming lately. I've gotten on the Aaron Imholt train. You've been on the Joey C train of pointing and laughing at that fool.
Yeah, yeah, I'll tell you. Joey C is I think we all get our favorite guys that we kind of follow and for whatever reason they do it for us, their content. I know Joey is not everybody's cup of tea. I do enjoy him. I don't know what to, I mean, he's a complex creature. You know what I'm saying? Same with Aaron, except I think Aaron is a little, he's, I don't know if he's quite as complex. He's just off his kilter. But Joey, yeah, it's good shit watching him.
I've met a few Joey C's in my lifetime. So once he came onto the scene, I was like, I know you. It is like kind of the opposite of him wanting to be like an Howard Stern whackpacker or a Shuley whackpacker versus like Eric the Midget and a bunch of those fools that we remember from back in the day. I am not a whackpacker.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you don't know you're a whack packer till you are one.
It
You
is
know,
fun when Howard actually broke out a list of what makes a whack packer. Well, they've got to be if they're on government support, if they've got a weird voice, if they're lacking self awareness. Eric the Midget, you are the king of the whack packers.
oh shoot! And speaking of guys like that, and Joey, have you seen much of Joey stuff and his co-host Lou de God?
Lou, I remember when Lou had a morning show. I covered. It was Kai and Lou. I covered Kai on co-host auditions. Apparently, he was not a fan. Talking of the ball busting that you gave me, I didn't think I gave him too much of a ball busting, but apparently I did in his vision.
Well, the way you come across and your personality, he probably thought that, and you were being pretty benign. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty unassuming as far as attacks goes. He probably thought you were trolling him that way. Kind of in a little, I don't know, man.
I was goofing on him, but he wasn't a fan of the goofing. I've had a few fan bases come after me in the comments, which thank all you Charlotte Dobray fans who say I stink and add nothing, because those comments help that become one of my most popular videos.
Oh, cool, cool. Yeah,
That's how the algorithm works. Negative comments are the same as positive comments. The algorithm just sees, oh, interaction. Let's push this to other people who like Charlotte Dobray. Thank you,
right, right.
haters.
Yep. Well, you're gonna have them. Can't do shit about them. You're gonna have them.
I first got familiar with you over on the Spurgtopia Discord. You put some like some essays up there, some insightful, silly, like full on essays up in the Spurgtopia Discord.
Well, I'm just a damn lonely old man. I spend a lot of time alone. there goes the small violin playing. No, but what I do for a living, it allows me a lot of free time and stuff like that. So yeah, I do. I'm just kind of a lot of this is just filling like the downtime in my life. And as you get older, I've done everything I wanted to do and been all over the place. So you know, yeah, I don't know. I just this is uh this is it now. It's just kind of cruise control, just like you, Dylan. Just life just comes at you fast, and you just want to take it easy and slow.
Mm-hmm. I had fun putting this together as a new variation of performing. I dabbled in stand up. I'm not a stand up anymore. I've had a few open mics which I've gone to, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. Did you get into performing at all? Stand up, theater?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, you're getting a scoop here now. Okay,
All right.
back in California in the '80s, we have a large, and you lived in California, correct?
Yeah, 8 years in Burbank. I was a Valley
Okay.
boy.
Okay, cool. Well, during the summer season, California has a big state fair thing, or I'm sorry, not a state fair, but just the California Fair season runs, and all these little towns or I shouldn't say little, Los Alamitos gets them, wherever, but the fair goes to all these places for 2 weeks, and they do a horse racing kind of deal. So I was real involved with horse racing, betting on it back when I was young, and I got into a little bit of fucking financial problems, and I took up a job at the goddamn fair. They used to have these dunk clowns, okay, and your job was just to sit above the thing, and I kid you not, that's where the clown comes from. I got paid just to harass people as they would walk by. So yeah, there was some of performative shit, nothing on any professional level. They ended up closing it down because they had several of them. It wasn't just me that went to all these. Like I did a couple fairs, but they yeah, they ended up shutting it down like real soon. Like by the '90s, they were gone because it just was not. PC was starting, especially in California, because you would say anything to them, just anything. I mean, it was as vicious as what we experience in this hackverse, dabbleverse, or whatever the fuck. So
They're
yeah, I
taking
get
away your
that.
tools. You're getting them to come hit you by being such an obnoxious. But no, you can't be too obnoxious. Here's
Right.
we'll let you know when we cross the line. Very much like regular radio back in the day. No, we don't have a list of everything that's wrong, but once you cross it, you're gonna fucking hear about it.
Right, and that's what they did. They shut it down, and those were really fun things. They made a lot of goddamn money because it was like $5 for 3 balls, I think, or something, and, yeah, people would get drunk at the fair, and they're terrible shots, and baseballs would go everywhere flying when they go throw 'em, and then you'd have people run up to you and just hit the thing and then make you dunk, you know what I'm saying? Where they'd
you
miss,
you
they
pissed
just
them off so much. I didn't earn it, but you're going in.
Right, man. Crap, you see him come running up, and you're thinking, this motherfucker's going to climb up on the tank with me, maybe. Shit.
I remember that in the local carnival growing up in small town Maryland. The person they had in the tank wasn't good at really getting us angry. They were just having a conversation, and I'm just like a little kid just answering their questions. Like, I'm supposed to hit them. But you had that down and that helps with internet trolling. You were like in real life trolling rather than internet trolling.
It is in that I just like, I miss the days of hanging out with the fellas. Like I was in the oil field for a lot of years. Over 20 years, I worked in the oil field industry. And I'm not claiming to be no tough guy, but you got to be thick skinned to work in it. There's a lot of low intelligent kind of, Neanderthals that do that kind of work. And there's a lot of shit talking, and there's a lot of fights too. But yeah, you got to be able to talk some shit out in them things, and that's kind of where I guess I honed my skill. I don't know, like doing it anymore. You know what happens? I'm such a nice guy. I get feeling bad after I rip on somebody for a minute. It's like, oh, that's not very nice, honk.
I'm gonna have to buy them a beer afterwards. I
Right.
crossed the line on that one. I don't even need to be told.
No, I know this. So, but yeah, I do enjoy it. I like having fun with the folks.
You said when you lived in California, did you take off as well, move to another part of the country?
Well, yeah, I'm back in California now. Actually, I'm back in my hometown. I was in Oklahoma for 25 years. I moved back there in '93 and got involved in the oil field. Worked at Halliburton for 7 years. Went overseas. I worked on blowout prevention, BOP, and we covered fires, oil field fires, and then like keeping the wellhead intact and stuff. And then I had a episode in the oil field where I lost everything, and I came back home. So that's what I'm doing when I'm back here now, just kind of growing my weed and doing that.
Ooh, that's fun. Is that your personal plants, or are you in the cannabis business growing?
We do it on I'm in a little business with two of my uncles. Okay, and I really I don't make a bunch of money. It's not a real big money maker anymore. But what I do make is enough for me to live on, and I'm getting a little plot of land that they're going to give me for doing this. For them, it's just additional income. They're both in their 80s. So for what I'm saying, they got somebody to work the land and stuff and grow the stuff and then give them some money out of it. Cool. And so we've got a nice little arrangement. And then when the day does come that they're ready to you know take the next step, go into the next world, then yeah, I'll have me a little plot of land, and then I'll probably that'll be my existence for my remaining days.
I
I'm
knew quite a
simple like
few people who got blacklisted from the film industry that ended up just selling weed. Some of them, yeah, just as simple as a bud tender going in, and it's fun asking the bud tender. They've obviously sampled all the product of. I really want a heavy indica, and I've got a brother. If he takes a heavy indica, he's useless. Me, I can go back
oh
to work.
yeah, and see, and that's something myself personally. I'm a huge pothead. All I do is smoke bud, though. I'm not into all the vapes and the oils and all that crap. And what we grow for on our commercial, I do for my personal, a small amount. I'll grow so many pounds for my year that I know that I'll smoke to my head. Um, but we have like the hoop house and all that type of stuff, and we do some sleep deprivation crap, or I'm sorry, light depo. Just all the newer stuff. We don't do any of the processing of it ourselves. We send it out to a place that does it so much per pound. They charge you to do it. It's like $200 a pound, and then they're done and give it back to you. And yeah, it's a good thing. It wasn't like that back when I was a kid, man. When you were a kid growing up back here, you're trimming weed at the age of 10 years old. So go to school smelling like fucking skunk weed and crazy.
I did that in high school all the time, going in smelling like skunk weed and not thinking that anyone could tell. Yeah, I'm a fan
Right.
of flower the most myself. The convenience of all the vapes and stuff to whatever job you have, just smoke up, get a little baked, and no one knows the difference because as much as I love that flower, it stinks. It's sticking to you.
Oh yeah. And back in the 80s, man, the skunk weed was fucking incredible. The smell on it, the seed companies and stuff like that try to sell it off, these strains of skunk now, but they're nothing like the original strain in the 80s. It was incredible. It was some of the best weed I ever smoked. That strain's long gone. Now they see, we don't get into all that crap. I've got a blue dream that a friend of mine's been growing for many years. So we get that stuff, and then we do a sour D because I've noticed, over the years, most people they like kind of that fuel taste that a sour diesel offers, for whatever reason. So we uh we kind of stick with the old ones. Most of a lot of the people around here, I live right up close to the Humboldt County line. I'm in Mendocino County actually, but I'm just south of Humboldt County. Um, but yeah, a lot of them they grow in the new weed strain, whatever year, whatever weed happened to win the previous cannabis cup up here. Fuck, that weed floods the market the next season. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm a traditionalist. I like the shit my parents were growing, and
It's been a while since I looked into it. I remember up in Oregon, they were going to decriminalize psilocybin. I had the fantasy of opening up an adult's bakery, having your $25 jelly donut, your $50 jelly donut. I don't know if that's still a thing or if I was misreading the decriminalization, but I was starting to get excited of being a chef with some psilocybin.
oh yeah, man. See, that's something. I love doing the shrooms and stuff. I think everybody. I'm a micro doser, so I do it quite often, and it isn't for the total effects of, like I've fucking have shroomed out big time, just fucking whoa, to eat fucking maybe a quarter of them or something and just get fucked up.
Yeah, I'm more of a
Um,
macro doser. Am I? If I had my way, like once per season, 4 times a year,
right.
you can go too much. One of my brothers was like an every other day kind of tripper there for a bit. Good thing he knocked it off before he permanently burnt himself.
Well, I mean, unless he was doing it big, you know what I'm saying? Like if you microdose on those things, you should be able to
Oh, back in the
maintain.
day, it wasn't micro.
Oh no, no, yeah. If you're doing that shit, yeah, good luck. It's like the LSD back in the days. Holy cow, man!
Which
Lights
I
out.
found interchangeable. To me, the LSD or the mushrooms, I found that's not the case with most people. But for me, I'm going on a similar trip either way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, shit, the acid back in the days. You really, I mean, I say back in the days. I don't know now. I'm almost being arrogant, talking like the good old days were better now, and I don't know. I've not tried any LSD in a long time. It's like the cocaine and crap. I wouldn't know compared to the '80s, but shit, I know you take one little paper hit of that crap and you were going for 12 fucking hours solid and hoping for it to end. It
I
just was
never understood Tim and Eric until I took a nice amount of LSD, and then it was the greatest show on the planet.
right. Exactly, man.
So, uh, I should have wrote down a few more questions that for you. I'm
But
swinging and a missing as an
you
interviewer
well, how
right
about
now.
this? How about this? Let's I've got questions for you.
Oh,
Is-
absolutely. For
Okay,
some reason, I
cool.
hit a wall just 20 minutes in. This is
Okay,
going to be
you
not
did
the best interviewer.
no, we're hanging out, chilling, talking shit, man. And um what is the polycule lifestyle? What is that, Dylan? I'm an old dude. Explain it to me like I'm a child. I watch your show often. I don't comment because I just like to chill and watch and stuff. I'll say, "Hey, my Griffy, good morning to you." Let you know I'm here and watching. But like, what is that now? Are you just is your lifestyle the a thing where it's open constantly? That doesn't mean non-commitment in relationships, or you have a slew of women in the stable? What is all that?
I had something of a stable in California, and as I've talked, my batting average fucking stinks out here in somewhere. So it's kind of a moot point. If
Yeah,
well, actually, the last woman that I was with, I wasn't really attracted to her. Like mentally, we got along great, and we had fun together. But physically, the penis was like, no, we gotta pass on this one. That one I would have enjoyed, like having a stunt cock with her. I wanted It sounds like something gay. Like I would rather someone else fuck you because you don't do it for me, but I have a great time with you. But going back to how it actually worked, I was basically like the other boyfriend. I fit into the slot of someone with an established relationship several times over, where they're aware of me. Most of the times, I didn't meet the primary partner, but just to bring her back home at the end of the night, which I started really enjoying that aspect of like, okay, we've got this commitment together as a couple, but it's actually below. There's some people that have the non-hierarchical polyamory, the relationship anarchy. That's a bit madness. I actually do want to be less than your primary partner, so I know my role. If everyone is equal, it's a bit harder to know your role, especially when you got kids together. What do you mean I'm equal with the person you live with and take care of your kids? No, no,
So
no, no. Let's have
when you
fun, and you go
when
back
you
to them.
well, I'm sorry, but when you say roles, does that mean then that it gets into to some dominatrix kind of stuff and that type of? Am I making sense? Is it there a dominant and then a kind of a servient type of thing in these relationships, or?
That's actually what I was looking for most of all when I first got into this was someone to do some kink play with, and it kept being attached women, a married woman, an engaged woman who are into the role playing, the BDSM, both switches of being dominant sometimes, submissive the other time uh, that we play. So it's really getting into polyamory was accompanied by wanting to get into kink. And like, if you want to get into kink with this person, it took me a year to wrap my head around it. The serious concept of you can date me, but I'm also with my husband. To go from I want to play kinky with you, but this is fucking weird that you're dating both of us. Then after about a year, okay, I get it. I'm into it. I can be the other guy, and I'd much rather be the other guy with everyone being in on it, so someone doesn't come at me with a shillelagh or a 9 iron.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, holy shit! You don't fuck with the Irishman. That'd be one. You don't want no shillelaghs or 9 irons. They've been in golf,
Uh,
but
when I say shillelagh, I go back to a droopy cartoon. Hey, stop hitting me with that shillelagh.
yeah. I immediately went back to gangs in New York when the fucking Butcher Bob cracked that guy in the skull with his own. Remember that scene?
I forgot about Gangs of New York. I saw that once back in the day.
I
I've
love
got to
that movie.
rewatch
I think
that.
it's totally underrated for a Scorsese film. It's taken a lot of heat, but really, it's a good job. And goddamn, Daniel Day Lewis is a fucking incredible actor. So even
Oh yeah,
Leonardo,
Daniel Day Lewis. He takes years between roles for as much as he gets into the role and does so much work into that. Then you have people like Adam Sandler, who he has got a great fucking deal where the studio basically funds his vacations, and you just need to work. And it's fun being on set as long as you've got that ensemble cast. It's not always on you, so it's like, all right, today I'm not on set. It's my vacation day. Tomorrow's Kevin James's vacation day.
right? Well, this is I trip out on like I said, you're a different character than I'm accustomed to, and that's what I think I like about you the most is that yeah, I think you offer up. You've got a neat story about you. The doing some you did some acting and stuff too. Is that correct? Like just kind
Yeah,
of
mostly
background.
background actor type of
Yeah,
stuff, and I had fun with that. I'd like to do what I'm most passionate about right now. When I'm trying to find what I'm kind of just hanging out here in the middle of somewhere. Atlanta is where I'm looking for. I'd like to do behind the scenes. Any schmuck off the street can be a background actor or a production assistant. And
right.
I really want to be a showrunner. I've got a stack of pilots, game show ideas. So getting in on the back end, is what I want to do leaping back into the industry next. It is fun just pretending, especially doing a job that you hate. Like I don't want to do this fucking retail work. I don't want to work at a superstore. But then a show like Superstore, the people who are the regular workers who pretend to be workers, it's fucking great. They come in every day pretending to work at a Walmart. A lot more fun than working at a Walmart.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like the old joke back here was, if you want to find all the county and city and state workers, just look for the soft seat and a warm cup of coffee, man. They just don't do shit, they go and get paid and that's it.
It's long days, but and as a background actor, I could take it. It's a lot of hurry up and wait. It's I was surprised how quickly I figured out what to do, and like so many people, they've been doing this for like a decade or more. How long are we going to be here? Five,
Right.
8, 12, or 14 hours? What? How do you know? It's simple deductions. 5 hours, they don't have to feed us. Eight
Right.
hours, you get paid 8 hours no matter what as a background actor. 12 and 14, we're here with the crew for 12 hours. 14, that was like when I was in the 1970s or 1890s Alaska, and they need to hair and makeup needs to get our hair. And actually,
Yeah.
coming from 1890s Alaska one time after they got us all dirtied up and everything, I went straight to a stand-up show, and someone's like, "Are you all right? You're usually a put together guy. It looks like you've been out on the street for." Oh shit, that's
Uh,
right. No, I was a miner in Alaska just an hour ago. No, thanks for noticing, but no, I'm not disheveled. This I
well,
got paid for looking this disheveled.
is that stuff fairly lucrative? I mean, could you be where if you really hustled and were out there every day, where you could make a living at just doing that kind of background acting, or
As
part of
a SAG actor, you're getting any schmuck off the street. It's minimum wage, but you are guaranteed the 8 hours a day. So you're getting something. If it was consistent, that would be fantastic because everyone has a side gig. I got into food trucks, pop up restaurants, and um, conventions, temporary convention workers.
Mhm.
So I was supplementing. It was like gambling, actually, because if I'm gonna go be a background actor, usually it's the day before you're booking that, and I'm getting mid 20s an hour for it,
Right.
or I can guarantee this convention work, but it's $15 an hour for the week. So what am I gonna do? Guaranteed 15 for a week,
Sure.
or am I going to go for mid 20s an hour? And who knows how many days out of the week that'll be? Which
Right.
is the Call of the Wild movie. That was just fantastic for me. I was there more than any extra. And from what I'm told, you actually can't see me in the movie.
Oh,
But that was, I had like 20 days on that. So
oh, nice.
12, 14 hours a day with the time and a half, double time. Oh, I got golden time once on that. Once you
So
get
do
over
you,
16 hours on set, you get the day rate per hour.
oh, nice. So are you given like being in the SAG and everything? Is there like a retirement that'll come with it? I mean, is it just like the rest of the every other thing, however much you pay into it or something you can expect back kind of deal?
It, yeah, like a pension. You pay into it, you'll get more back. The
Hmm.
I actually got really frustrated with the medical because they made it more difficult to get health insurance through them.
Right.
That it was still like not a lot of the actors that were meeting that minimum to get health insurance. So that's one of the death by a thousand cuts of leaving Los Angeles. It was like, motherfucker, I
Hmm.
got insurance a few times, and now you're upping it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fucking get that again.
Right. Right. Yeah. So where you're at now, is there much opportunity for any acting gigs or, like that? Or because I know Hollywood is pretty much doesn't even exist anymore in California. Fuck, nobody films here anymore. There's
They've
no.
got TV. When I was there, it was still a lot of TV shows. They
Uh
still
huh.
have the studios. So having all those sound stages, that is appealing to people trying to film something.
Can you
Are
hear
you
me
still with?
still?
Yes, I
Okay.
can still hear you.
I guess I'm
Lost
having some.
visual, but can
I'm
still
going to
hear.
get reconnected. I'm still here. So you just keep on talking. But yeah, my camera's shut down for whatever. I'm going to get it going, but I can hear you.
Yeah, the not much here. There are productions that'll shoot all over the country, but it's not plentiful. Like when I lived in Maryland, there was something of an industry there for acting. Here, not so much, which is why I'm eyeing up Atlanta. It's actually thanks to Arnold Schwarzenegger, Governor Schwarzenegger, when he was in charge. We give so many discounts to the film industry. Let's take them away, and that helped
Right.
Atlanta rise up a lot quicker than they would have by having all these productions fleeing.
Right. Well, I was just curious because, like I said, I know Oklahoma back when I was there, that ended up being kind of shit. They were filming a lot of films there, a lot of small time kind of producers and directors and that kind of shit. Um, that yeah, there was a lot of it, and I don't know if that was something that they were doing to get away from, like it's across the country, worldwide. You can't do any type of acting or anything without being a part of the SAG. Is that correct? So it wouldn't matter if they're California or Oklahoma.
It's that's another reason why they wanted to move to Atlanta and Louisiana. New Orleans is up and coming as well. They've got a few studios, but the right to work states, where they have the union doesn't
Union or
have as much
non-union?
of a hold there
Right.
in Georgia or Louisiana. So it exists. I've still been paying. I didn't think I was going to be here this long, so I've still been paying dues as a SAG actor, but I'm not sure what that's what, like. It's hard actually for a regular background actor. Like it's not a lot of union roles for background. I think like
Right.
24, the first 24 hired must be union. So if you've got one of those big scenes with dozens of extras, you've got way more non-union people there.
So and the union guys get all the first ones, and then everybody else picks up the scrap.
Uh, it's more than scraps. Often there will be like 50, 60, 100 person background calls.
Oh
So
damn!
it is indeed more than scraps. It seems like for the union actors
Right.
for those big calls of like, hey, why do we have such a small presence here? Because that's all that's required. They're not bringing extra in just for shits and giggles.
Did you happen to work on anything like, and I say this because it just seems like they always needed extras, but like a Walking Dead? You know what I'm
I
saying?
I think that filmed in Atlanta. I don't recall that filming in Los Angeles while I was there.
Oh yeah, that was Atlanta.
And they had a funny way of working around paying people zombies for speaking roles. Like all those people playing zombies, they're silent, and then in post production, there is one guy, or maybe one guy and one girl, who they have making the
Oh
vocal noises.
yeah. So what did you think about the big election, man?
Oh, well, saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah.
They did. We had the red team that was running a 4-year campaign, and the blue team that was cobbling together. Like who let Grandpa Joe say yes? I'm running again. No, 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 no. You are not winning a rematch, sir. On my, I actually made a clip of it. It was one of my Opie co-host audition episodes from like a year and a half ago that I
Mm.
theorized Biden is the company man of all company men.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
He's
a good way to describe them.
he's obviously not going to win a rematch. He's going to take his night night pill and then have like a year and a half of lady president do things that the public would want in order to have a chance at winning. But I did not see that going blue the way that, especially with the campaign of "I'm not Trump."
Right, and that's all that it was. I'm not
Can you,
Trump. That was the
yeah,
only thing
can you
they
give
had.
me something else? There's a lot of people who Biden has turned off to this party through the last 4 years. You're gonna need something a little more. I'm not Trump.
Yeah.
Eh, that's all you
Well, and
got.
it doesn't hurt that the fucking economy and all that crap is just in the toilet, and they won't acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? They just will not. It's like everything's going great, and yeah, there's really everyday common people that are really fucking struggling right now.
If you don't call it a recession, it's not a recession. That's what
There
we've
you go.
learned.
There you go. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
for
was
years,
going
I've
to.
been going by the. I need to look this up again. Make sure I'm accurate. If a third party gets 5% of the presidential vote, then they are an official recognized third party. So that's what I want out of my Green Party, out of my Libertarian Party. I want to throw a monkey wrench into things, get them recognized as an official third party, and I want to flood the market. Fourth party, fifth party.
So, would you consider yourself a libertarian then? Is that your
Um,
your kind of, or are you Green Party or Libertarian? You Jill Stein girl or Vermin?
I've before definitely identified with a lot of libertarian
Hmm.
type of views.
Right,
Coming from California, I did need to get away from the dark blueness turns
right.
a person into, to get back into. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not for this one party, especially since it's it's I had a similar feeling with Obama getting elected. Like, okay, you're
Hmm.
elected, you change boy, you can do change to a degree, but we've got our company man here, Uncle Joe. He's looking over your shoulder. You can paint the walls, but don't you dare tear one down or put one up.
Yeah, it's terrible here in California. You like I am. I don't have any left leaning type of proclivities or anything.
You want to go to
I'm
Orange County? The
Yeah, Orange County, San Diego was it was red for a long, long time, kind of down that San Diego shit. Now San Diego's the gayest fucking city in the world. I mean, it's a trip. It's even worse than San Francisco. And don't get me started on that goddamn place. What up? Yeah, bud. I get fired up when it comes to politics. I don't know. I hope like hell Trump gets busy, and it's going to be good that he's got a fucking supermajority with the House and the Senate and the uh, 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 the Supreme Court. So hopefully he can get busy and do some stuff, and it should go through. He won't be cock blocked. But yeah, we need a border. We need to get this shit straight. I'm pro doing drugs. I'm just not pro fentanyl and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? That is coming across the border. It's nuts. It is
I did
nuts.
love
So
San Diego when I visited. I actually never made the trip up to San Francisco, but there's no way San Diego is gayer than West Hollywood. West Hollywood is about as gay as you can get.
yeah, yeah, West Hollywood. That's where Earl lives. So I'm sorry, Dale. I didn't mean to offend you, brother, for the on the San Diego and gay. It's military people, and yes, and thank you for your service, Dale. Once again, probably one of the best damn wrench holders is Dale. I'll tell you right now, that guy, he's a real one. But thank you for your service. But yes, there is a lot of military down there. That's correct. Camp Pendleton, all that. I had a buddy who went AWOL from Camp Pendleton back in the 80s. Had a cocaine problem, but yeah, that's for another day.
Salvatore pointing out West Hollywood is Armenian as fuck. Not as much as Glendale. Glendale is the true little Armenia.
Right,
I
right.
lived
Little
right
Army.
next to that in Burbank. I fucking loved it there in Burbank. If love and hate, I think everyone has that relationship with Los Angeles, which is why people are leaving. It's not a love for most people.
Yeah, I got a lot of family down there. They're in the Alhambra area, San Gabriel Valley, real close to Pasadena. My Aunt Pat, bless her heart, she's 80 years old. Her favorite band is Van Halen. And you see, Van Halen is from Pasadena. So she was in her 30s, like back in the 70s, man, when they came out. She used to go watch them. Okay. She used to go watch them back there for like nothing. It was a couple bucks a show. And yeah, it's just a trip. I got a pretty cool aunt and mom. As a matter of fact, on my aunt's 75th, or was it her 70th birthday, they went to San Francisco. My mom and my aunt and my kid brother went with them, and they went and saw Megadeth. Okay, she loves Megadeth, dude. So here was these old damn people, my mom and my aunt at the Megadeth concert in San Francisco. Just a trip. Yeah, yeah.
Hello, it's me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, good one. That sounded real good. You're a good voice guy there. Do you do voiceover?
I haven't gotten into the voiceover industry. I would love to get into that because it's, another
Pretty
facet of
lucrative.
acting, of pretending. And you don't need to be on set. You're in a nice air conditioned booth.
Right. And if you're somebody like me, god damn it, if you got a face for radio like me, man, voiceover work would be cool. It used to be us, the ugly folks who stayed in radio. Good looking people went to TV. Ugly folks went to radio.
That's actually one thing I've contemplated. I still haven't gotten a business license because I'm a little pussy and I'm afraid of the taxes. But once I get a business license for this, I was like, oh, I should get into like the local radio commercial type of thing because I have heard a lot of awful local radio commercials. I'm like, I can do that. And I know with this setup, I can do at least as good and it should be better with unless the company insists this is the copy. Oh, some terrible, awful copy that I've heard. Things you notice of like this is shit quality. Who is going to go to this restaurant based on this commercial of this guy who's trying to have passion but just can't?
Right. Well, that's with everything, though. If you read newspapers or even look at YouTube, these professional places like the Associated Press and them that have these YouTube channels, like even in the titles and the descriptions of the stuff of the video, it's like who the fuck is writing this crap? Do they not get the English language and sentence structure and stuff like that? It's amazing. It isn't just on that, it's in fucking everywhere, fucking written stuff. It's nuts.
Oh, anywhere you see an online article, that's where I kick myself of like, oh my God, these people are getting paid for
Right.
this first grade level padding this essay with words before getting to the point of the article. Yeah, that's. I think it's also because that was more my first passion was writing, so I'm a bit more trepidatious to
Hmm.
follow that passion in case I stink where the performing passion that came I'm a late blooming theater kid in community college is where I got into it. So that not being my number one passion and just a fun thing, that was something that I chased down.
So when you say theater kid, but you didn't do it in high school, you just at community college, you got, hey, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to live outside my box. You know what I'm saying? Phil, they tell you like in acting, I think, yeah, pretend that you're naked. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, just to kind of get you in that deal.
The old public speaking. If everyone is
Right,
naked, you're gonna feel more at ease.
right, right. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's a trip. I just the whole I don't know. I'm so stoned right now, man.
I
I'm
always
having
save that till after the show.
right.
That's something I still have a little bit left over from Maryland. I think I found a guy locally to help me out here, but I can't go down to the corner store anymore. Another thing that I do miss from Los Angeles. Hackride and DJ Electra wants me to come back to Los Angeles, and I'm like, maybe I'd love to, and I would hate to. It's a
Yeah, yeah.
maybe.
Oh, are they down in Los Angeles area?
Southern California,
Oh, nice.
Venice Beach
Oh, nice.
for hack ride, and that is very expensive. He's been living in the same place for a while, so his rent isn't completely fucking outrageous. I had a friend
Yeah.
who lived in Venice, and as much as the landlord loved her and she was a great tenant, once she moved out, oh, that rent was jacked way the
Oh,
fuck
I
up.
guarantee it was. I guarantee you. Yeah, my cousin used to have some buddies that were in a gang down there. Suicidal tendencies outside of being like a band. They were a little gang too that used to hang out down there. And he got to be buddies with a couple of them. They all skated together and stuff down there at Venice Beach. God, that was a long time ago. I loved Venice Beach. I used to love going down there and just tripping on the people, man. And I'm a people watcher. You can go drop me off at a big Greyhound that's disgusting. I have a good day just watching the people trip. You know what I'm saying? All the strange crap. And Venice was always like that for me.
That's actually something that made me a better actor. Well, anyone a better actor is just people watching. That
Right,
can help you develop a character, so you're not just the same guy on screen over and over and over again.
right, right. Yeah, that's I don't know, man. But last I caught Venice Beach on some video. Okay, on YouTube. They got like a live camera feed. I don't know if you knew that or not, but they film it. It's a 24-hour feed. But yeah, just the fucking people. I don't know, man. California's gotten so bad, and down there, man, you watch those folks, and they're having a rough go.
Yeah, seeing the crime down there, the targets that have to lock away like the shampoo and everything. That's also going to the maybe not. I've got my maybe so and my maybe not column. Plus, I've already had that life experience. I haven't had the life experience of living in Atlanta yet, so that's another reason why it's like I could go back. Had fun for those 8 years, but yeah, it's changed. Some of my favorite places are not there anymore.
Yeah.
Are you still with us? Your screen froze.
Oh my, I'm froze up again.
Uh,
What the hell is
y-
going on? Like I said, I've been having. Okay, it's saying that I am. Nope, it's froze up now, and it's on my end, apparently. Shit. Okay, what's going
well,
on,
we do
guys?
have a still of you rather than the not available. So
Well,
it
that's
is kind
good.
of
I'm
like
not
a
gonna.
it is kind of like a Simpsons interview over the phone, having that file photo of you right there in front of the
God,
brick
I'm so
wall.
sorry. I don't know what the hell is going on with my camera. I've been having some issues with the motherfucker. You know how it is, and especially I'm a retarded old feller. Excuse me, I'm a tard old feller, and yeah, I've just been having all sorts of problems.
Possibly a new update. I was able to use my iPhone as a camera as a test on the members only episode I recently had, and it won't let me connect to my phone again. New update, and some of the things done get messed up.
Well, you've seen this camera, like I take me a drink and it follow me. It's one of those tiny it's an expensive fucking goddamn camera. It was like 300 something bucks, I think. But what happens is I'm not smart enough yet. I'm going to learn it. Probably read the fucking directions on the book would probably help me. But I'm going to get the damn thing set where it doesn't move anymore, man. It's got like hand motions that'll make it move away and crap. I'm almost like Joey C back when he got his. I'm pretty soon you're going to be seeing everything in here, all the incriminating crap in the fucking office.
Yeah, that camera keeps following you around. We might be able to see you don't have any feet like Joey C.
I do got the feet. I got feet and toes and all that good shit. And yeah, I mean, unlike Joey, who like, yeah, speaking of Joey, we're going to be doing a show tonight. I'm not trying to do a plug right now. I'm doing a show this evening at 10 o'clock Eastern time. And it's going to be about Joey. And I get concerned about his well-being, his health, because he started doing his walk thing with not doing the walk and talk, but he got him a metal detector. And so he goes and walks around and does that. He come back, his damn foot was swelled up twice the size of what it should be. So he's retaining some water, and that shit that's usually associated with the heart, isn't it?
I think so.
I mean, the swelling in the lower things like the legs and the feet and shit, I'm almost sure is a you know, some type of heart related kind of thing. And crap, that ain't good. While my
I did
opinion
get.
of Joey is kind of neutral on things, I don't ever want to see anybody get ill. You know what I'm saying?
And I did meet him in Tampa when I went to WATP Live. He was in person, yeah, completely different. Very much friendly, jolly person. Actually, seeing him versus the crazy man online, it's night and day. Joey C actually physically next to you versus that madman who just keeps on yelling online.
Yeah, he's pretty subtle, isn't he?
Hmm. So that's 10 o'clock tonight. Your coverage of Joey C.
Well, it's at 10 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, so it'll be 7 o'clock Pacific time. And I'm thinking I'm having old Spurg Snake on with me. He always enjoys coming on. I know you guys do a great job together, and I like old Snake. He's insightful and he's articulate, and we have a good time. So I haven't spoke to him yet, but he's been really good about always joining up and stuff when I need him to.
He
But yeah,
stumbled
we're gonna.
into being a regular second mic in our little corner of the internet. Had
That's
him on
good.
for a chatting with episode, and I was like, that was a good dynamic. Let's bring this back. And it was funny. The first few months, he was like, I wasn't trying to be a guy. Now I'm a guy. Well, welcome to the guyness.
Right, right. Well, I that's the thing. If you don't try to become a guy, you do. You know what I'm saying? It's just you be yourself and everybody, and that's kind of like with you, Dylan. You're very authentic. There's nobody that can challenge your authenticity and what you're bringing your life experience and all that cool shit. And it's pretty unique compared to a lot of these other fuckers that are doing it. So that's good. You're being authentic. Um,
Thank you.
and I think maybe that's one thing with Joey where he has the issues that he doesn't get, and Spurg has really been hitting him on is that, go out and be yourself, quit trying to do all this different fucking shit, do an in real life stream or whatever they call it. And yeah, it's gonna be good stuff.
We hear, yeah, Joey C on stream. He's not like I've compared him to Bill Tree from King of the Hill in many ways, especially with how he found his wife of just waiting outside the ladies' prison on release day with a bouquet of flowers. Uh,
You're right.
that's
You
that's how they met in my mind. I'm sure he's gone over their actual meeting story, but I don't want to hear it. That's fiction in my mind.
know,
That
and
Bill
it,
Tree, you're a pretty lady, want to go out, is
yeah.
how it happened in my mind.
That just made me think, and I don't know why, but remember that scene in Blues Brothers where Blue he sees his wife down or his girl, Carrie Fisher from Star Wars down in the tunnel. She starts
I
lighting.
was sick. It was raining.
Yeah,
Just a complete minute of, I swear to God, it wasn't my fault.
yeah, it was great, awesome movie. Two good actors too. It's too bad.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher. I was reading the live from Saturday Night book. She was in pretty close with those guys, Belushi, Aykroyd, and the rest of the crew. It's fun watching her episode in the '70s of Saturday Night Live. Wow, was she fucking smoking hot?
Yeah,
And they dressed her up in the in the bikini. It's it's funny though how like most shows jump the shark. Every single episode of Saturday Night Live jumped the shark. After the first hour of the show or so, then the writers got tired. Their weaker stuff is towards the end of every single episode.
right, right. And yeah, hey, how about hitting the like button, folks? I know we just been bullshitting. We haven't been asking. Hit that like button and subscribe. God damn it.
Mm, yeah, that helps with the algorithm, liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. There's been the notification bell has been screwy lately. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Thank you all for joining. And Spurg Snake, a member for a rope shooter for 1 month. Thanks for the love, boys, and thanks to our beloved chatters. Ropey loads for everyone.
Girthy ropey loads, damn it.
A ropey load from a girthy source.
Thank you. Yeah, there's got to be some girth in there if there's going to be any ropey shit, man.
Did you follow Stern and or Owen A back in the day?
Do you know what? I being on the West Coast, we didn't really get Stern on the radio. Now, um, I did watch him on the E network back in the early 90s. It always came on for like an hour at 11 o'clock in the evening. It kind of was a rundown from the radio show, and it was real edited because it was on E Entertainment. But yeah, I'm familiar with them and some of the guys from back at that time. Now, that's a long time ago. Um,
Same with me of the E show. Then they would have Nightstand on after the fake talk show. That then he casted Notch Johnson from that guy. But the E shows actually having the video is what made throwing baloney at a girl's ass into this legendary stunt. Rather than it being on the air, it still would have been very well remembered. But getting that physical video of throwing baloney at a girl's ass, fucking great.
yeah, that was awesome. And he, of course, at that time, man, he was pretty fresh. Now, I've just seen clips of his shit now. What a fucking free fall. I mean, just from what you were and what your principles were and all that crap. And I guess old age and money changes a lot of us. But yeah, it's embarrassing. I don't even know why he's still doing it, other than the fact that he gets to rub nose with some, very important people still.
And he would say for years that this is my last. I'm not going to overstay my welcome. And 10 years, you overstayed your welcome by 10 years, Howard. Even 15, we would have all good memories. And it's actually kind of the opposite of a lot of stand-up comedians who will get mentally more healthy, but their stand-up will suffer. Howard's not ever gotten mentally better, but his quality, yeah, as you said, free fall for the last 15 years.
Well, that isn't just unique to like that. I mean, everybody. It's like bands, even, right? If
Yeah,
goddamn, your creative talents just as we get older, and you wouldn't think so, but yeah, it really it diminishes quickly. I mean, when's the last time goddamn Rolling Stones have put out a good album? It was back when I was kid.
yeah, then you have people who get into it later in life. They have it. They seem to have it all pent up. They haven't gotten it all out, so they have they can still have a nice long career later in life because they've just been sitting on it and haven't expressed themselves. Directors are the same way. Tarantino has said that I think he's got one more movie in him and he's tapping out. So that's a good idea. Kevin Smith is one who I absolutely loved him for a while, and now he's just like, whatever.
Okay, is that the guy that played on Mall Cop? Or no?
Kevin Smith, that's Kevin James. That was the mall cop.
Okay.
Kevin Smith was the director of Clerks and Mall Rats, Dogma.
Okay.
He's still making movies, but anytime I've seen one of his recent ones, they just didn't hit like the early stuff did.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean that happens, man. You've got a creative shelf life, just like an athlete and everything else. And shit, one day you're top of the world, and 10 years goes by, and Christ Almighty, you have problems. You're sitting on the toilet thinking of writing a screenplay or something, and it just don't come to you.
Yeah, everyone gets writer's block, so hopefully that's just temporary. I'm trying to get back into the writing. I've got a buddy comedy heist movie. I'm kind of hoping that these past ever since 2021 when I moved, I'm hoping that my creativity went on ice rather than diminishing away like some of our former favorites.
Well, you know what? It might have just kind of went on ice for a minute. This, when you think about it, we're still kind of recovering from that whole COVID crap. I mean, that set us back a couple of years, and when you isolate, which many of us did during that time, and it does something. I think it takes away some of that credit. You got to visit with people. You got to be with folks, and they're the ones that I think help to bring out the shit to the surface. The good stuff. And
But yeah, by the time I left in 2021, my favorite yoga studio, my favorite dive bar, several bars that I like to hang out at were just gone. So yeah, coming out of the hidey hole and looking around like this, all my favorite things are gone. The TV show that I worked on, it was canceled because no one watched it. I was picking up the pieces already in 2019. So now that it's being smashed again, fuck. Let me do something completely different.
yeah, well, looks like you know what I mean. I think you've got your you're something different, Dylan. I think
Yeah,
you
yeah,
found
we'll
it.
see. Uh,
And
yeah, we'll see if this sticks. As I said, I am even more passionate about television production and my game show idea, my sketch show, and my buddy comedy. Those are things I'm like, if because all the pieces were in place in 2020 for me to film my sketch comedy show pilot. I had the budget, I had the schedule, I had three celebrities to get to contact, and the outside hope that maybe they'd want to throw a couple of $10,000 this way to get it funded. But
sweet.
yeah, just all the pieces were in place to get this done in 2020. Maybe it wouldn't have went anywhere, but it would have gotten done. The pieces were nowhere near in place after lockdowns happened.
Right, man. I mean, that stuff. It's amazing what it did. I'm hoping we don't, and I think that it probably is going to happen again in our lifetime. Where we're going to have another goddamn thing that breaks out, and they're going to try to, get everybody lined up to staying inside again. They're not going to be able to do it. Yeah, I don't know, crazy shit.
Yeah,
Especially,
all my favorite things left Los Angeles. So, I'm gonna leave Los Angeles. They still have the industry. I could and as you said, the consistency of getting on a television show or a movie. They're going elsewhere. Los Angeles is trying to lure them back, but it's been leaking for quite a while. All those productions to the rest of the country.
right? Are you? Here's the thing: are you closer to? Is there family to either place? You know what I'm saying? Is there
That's
family
actually
back there?
my family is kind of a dumpster fire. We get along great for a week at a time. Actually, when I go and visit now, it's a work week at a time. We can all be friends and get along great at a work week at a time. Wouldn't be the best for my mental health or our family dynamic if I was there long term. So I actually being close to family is actually
Bad.
detrimental if being near them for extended periods of time. So
I
Atlanta,
understand.
Louisiana, no family there, and that's good because we can all still be civil to each other.
Yeah, Louisiana, that would be a fun place to kind of hang out for a minute and see what's up.
Yeah, I haven't been to New Orleans yet. I am curious, and yeah, the party town. Atlanta has it much more built up. I went to someone that I was in community theater with has been making a living in the Atlanta film industry for years, so I know it can be done, and I know it's built up in Atlanta. I don't know any firsthand account of people in New Orleans, which is being built up and does have something of an industry.
Right. Right. Yeah, I got to be careful though. A lot of crime down there, man. A lot of crime in New Orleans. I think it's probably even higher than what we experience here in California.
That would be something. I wonder if they have their shampoo locked away in the Target as well there in New Orleans.
Oh, I promise you that they do. I mean, they about it has it about everywhere. California here, shit, they lock up about everything. They were locking up like milk and shit.
Damn.
Eggs,
Yeah,
yeah, eggs used to be locked up.
we haven't gotten any of that stuff here in somewhere. The only thing that's locked up in nearby counties is on Sundays. I forgot about that. I had a dry county that I lived in Maryland that on Sundays you had to cross the county line. That liquor store was in the perfect place, right over the county line. They were getting, and I come across that here in somewhere as well of liquor and beer being locked up on Sundays.
Right,
That made
right.
me giggle.
That's how it is in Oklahoma. Yeah, they didn't. It used to be, and during the when the election's going on, the polls are open. All the liquor stores would have to be closed. Real archaic alcohol laws.
Yeah, glad that, and that's as I mentioned of the legalized weed. That's something that California can use to lure me in that Atlanta can't.
Well, damn it, if you're ever back here next time, you'll have to get a hold of me.
I definitely need to take a trip out there. I've got friends in Long Beach that want to see me again. I love Vegas. I nearly moved to Vegas when I made the leap. So when I go out there, it's going to be a double shot of Los Angeles, Las Vegas for I don't know. I got to save up some paid time off from my shitty job, but at least they give us paid time off in this shitty job.
Right, right. Cool. Yeah, they're Long Beach. I got some family down there. My aunt married a Samoan feller many, many years ago, and they had a bunch of little Samoan kids. And so they're in between like Alhambra and San Gabriel Valley, and then over there in Long Beach, man. And Long Beach is a trip. I remember last time I was there, a little small bar. There was some gunfire was going off just not too far from us. I don't know, man. See, I don't have any weapons or anything. I did in Oklahoma, but I don't back here. It's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Even though you probably need to have one, have some type of protection. Yeah, just if you get caught with it, fuck. And I don't like
I was
having
actually just thinking of the weapon we all used to have in our car of the giant flashlight that we don't have anymore because we've got cell phones with the flashlight. But that used to be a nice improvised weapon was the giant flashlight that you had under the seat in your car.
yeah, yeah, that or a baseball bat. We'd always carry this little baseball bat in the
The
trunk.
little mini
Or
baseball bat. Yeah,
right, that's it exactly. Or shit, I can even remember back in the days, Christ almighty, at our school, kids, the rednecks would have them their pickups, and they'd have their gun racks in the window. You know what I'm saying? Of the thing, put the fucking gun. It might be a 22 or something, and just up in the school parking lot. It was no big deal, and I couldn't even imagine that shit now, man. It's just everything is fucking changed. Trip.
when I was in high school, yeah, they definitely had the gun racks. I don't think they were allowed to have the guns, but I
Right,
definitely
right.
recall some of the country boys with their gun racks on the back of their truck.
Yeah, well, shit, they used to have it used to be now this was a little bit before my time, but it used to be in schools, one of the your electives you could do was actually shooting. You could go and they are not all schools, I don't imagine, but I know in California they had it where you could do like shoot. We had all sorts of kind of cool stuff. We had bowling. We had a bowling class in junior high where we'd go to the bowling alley and had teams and stuff. It was just way better shit.
we didn't have a bowling class. We did go to the bowling alley like once a month in our gym class, so that was fun. I remember a little bit of archery as well. I fucking stunk at the archery.
Right, right. I archery, that would have been a cool one to do. And I don't I think by the time I got into high school, that shit was gone. Hell, I don't even remember dissecting a frog. Did you
I did
ever
that in
do
middle
any?
school. I
Oh,
definitely
really?
did the dissecting the frog in middle school.
See, I don't remember any doing that one time. I don't know if my science class or whatever I took didn't offer that, but we've had, like I said, California gets trippy on things. We'll halt the construction of something that might help people because like the three-fingered newt is endangered. You know what I'm saying? Some bug that you never see. And yeah, it causes all sorts of fucking problems. I don't I hope I'm not upsetting hack riding them. I'm sure they're very progressive. And
Uh, they,
but yeah,
they are dirty liberals, like I identify as myself, a little more on the dirty, filthy liberal end than I am. I'm not being indoctrinated by the rest of my fellow dirty liberals right now.
well, there's nothing wrong with dirty fucking liberals. They everybody makes the world go round.
You've got a request for Jennifer Jacklover. Would like you on her show. Thanks for dropping by.
All right, Jennifer Jack.
So
Oh, your link tree. God damn hilarious. But yeah, I don't know, bro. We'll see what happens over here in the next 4 years with this. It should be interesting.
I've got to get on my vote third party train for the next 4 years. Maybe someone that's a bigger streamer than I will help pick up and get that 5%. But I think Libertarian has a better chance than Green Party of getting that 5%.
And the thing about libertarian there, you can they've got a lot of left views and a lot of right views. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty diverse when you think about libertarians. Uh,
And
you
that's
know,
what Mayor Kane is. Glenn Jacobs. I find that funny that we have the wrestler Kane now a mayor of in Tennessee.
right, right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I went to bed that night and I knew it's like, oh well, it's probably gonna happen. See, my mom is very, very progressive. So I don't really talk politics because I knew that this was gonna be a bad thing when I called her the other day, Tuesday, Wednesday, yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'm just calling to say hello. But I knew that she wants to see a woman president before she passes, and I felt bad for her, but I just don't think that that would have been the right woman.
It was it just seemed like the company woman. They're going with the most company person they can find. They got Uncle Joe's such a company man. They just want a company woman is what it seemed like to just follow their lead as much as possible.
Yes, exactly. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. I'm sure we're gonna have some goddamn brawls and riots here coming up pretty quick between now and the inauguration. I think everybody is still they recovering, but yeah, I fully expect to see the marches and that shit here real quick. It just seems like we're made like that now. Doesn't matter. Every election, there's something that's going to go down. I don't give a fuck if it's a Democrat or a Republican in there. The other side's going to be pissed off and mad for a minute.
And hopefully it's just a minute this time. Hopefully it's not the entire run.
That's what I'm screaming, brother.
Still better than that Andrew Jackson fucker.
Yeah, he went wild.
I love the stories of Andrew Jackson's inauguration, how him and his country bumpkin buddies came in and just fucking wrecked the White House. And he's like, absolutely no government interference. What, you want federal roads? What the fuck are you talking about? No. He got that budget way down by doing fucking nothing for the states that asked to have him do something.
Shit, didn't he get attacked and like shot or something and just beat the hell out of a guy after he got shot? I mean, he was
That
quite the fucking outdoorsman.
that sounds right. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I think that he was one of those badasses who somebody tried to kill him. I don't know if he was president at the time. Um, but somebody shot him and he ended up putting it to him, I guess, man. Some tough son of a bitches back then.
I've got a favorite vice president. Aaron Burr shot and killed Alexander Hamilton while in office. That's there's and he was quite progressive. He was for women's rights in the 1800s. So Aaron Burr, only one of two presidents to shoot a man while in office. Dick Cheney, of course, being the other one. I'm not as big a fan of him as I am Aaron Burr.
No, Dick Cheney. Yeah, I can't stand that fucking monster. Yeah, I worked for Halliburton, and when I got my job there, this is a trip, man. It's why the Bush administration and Dick Cheney and them just disgusting. When I hired on at Halliburton, it was 1999. Okay, all of a sudden we started doing certain training things that was indicating that we were going to be going overseas. So for us, and it was Halliburton. Now he was the CEO at that time. And then all of a sudden, man, within a year and a half, we had the shit go down. It's almost like it was a conspiracy because now Halliburton, every part of the oil field service over there, they pretty much got their hands on. They're the sole people. And so I know he had to sell his shit, but everything seems like it was real fucking planned and real deliberate.
Yeah, he wasn't there part of the company during that, but I remember Halliburton's no bid contracts. Jerry Lehane, I actually have a different thought. He thinks Cheney was the mastermind but behind the 9/11 attacks. I think it was Bush Sr. I believe Bush Jr. had a conversation with Bush Sr. who let him know, yes, son, this was us.
Right. And let's not forget that Bush Sr., that motherfucker was the head of the CIA. Back before he was vice president and president, he was the head of the CIA. He was getting daily briefings well after his time in office, even. It was one of the privileges that former CIA chiefs get. So he would see all that crap. Yeah, that Bush family, you're talking about some evil son of a bitches, boy.
Prescott Bush sold to both sides in the war. Was it both World Wars or just World War II? Yeah, Prescott Bush, he was quite the bastard.
Yeah. And well, I mean, you look at a lot of these goddamn presidential families, even the Kennedys. I mean, look, his dad was so involved with crooked shit. He was buddies with Al Capone, I think, at one time I read somewhere, or he had business deals with them.
That's actually one of my creative projects. I haven't gotten on. I'd like to do a comic book of Jesse Ventura, deep sea diving demolitions expert that just devolves into 9/11 truth or nonsense very quickly into it. I would have fun with that of Jesse Ventura going after fictionalized versions of the Bushes.
Yeah, boy, Jesse went off. There's another guy that's a trip. I watch him quite a bit I'm fascinated by him going from the wrestler to what he did and getting voted in as the governor of Minnesota and how they are. That's such a trip, because it's not like he's real left leaning. He isn't, he's another one of those guys that I think has a lot of libertarian principles about him. I've never heard him. Actually, I think, did he back Stein at one time in the Green Party?
He might have. I'm having a hard time remembering who's he's endorsed since well, actually ever. But
Yeah.
yeah, he got that governorship. Actually, he was a mayor even before that in the early '90s. So
Oh,
he was
no kidding.
tackling
I did
that.
not know that.
Yeah, he was tackling that. And now from Jesse Ventura to Kane, the wrestlers are infiltrating our government offices.
What the hell is Kane doing?
He is the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
I think he might be in his second term.
Well, then I imagine it won't be too long before The Rock is running for president.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do it. That was his terrible fucking TV show, the Young Rock, that actually had him. It was Future Rock running for president, talking about his past. So that was like a soft test of like, hey guys, I'm gonna be in charge of you one day. And he was actually the most popular guy around up until recently. This past year, he's kind of tumbled from all that popularness.
Right. And he's pretty gifted at talking. So, and he's fairly well liked, and I think he's liked by both males and female. I think he's gonna make a run. It might be in the after this. I don't know if he would be a right leaning. I imagine probably left because he's with Hollywood, so he'd probably have some left stance. But he's popular enough, and it's all it takes. If you can talk a little bit and you're popular, yeah, he might have a shot.
And I see Jen trying to get her link tree in here. I'm not sure what your link tree is, Jen. But that's a Juggalo Jen, correct? Just under a new name. She is very anxious to get you on her show. Are you over on Discord? Honk the Clown can be found over there. Do you have an email that she could reach out to, Honk the Clown?
You know what? I need to get one of those set up. I have my personal one that I don't give out, but I need to get one of these. That's how much I think and forward thinking I am, right? I don't have one of those setups, but you can contact me if you go into the Discord, just at Honk the Clown there. Type me in and I'll come up and you can sure shoot me a link to whatever if you want to visit. Yep, cool.
Yeah, that's how you can find Honk the Clown over on Discord. That's where I found a Honk the Clown with his fun observations on Spurgtopia. I haven't been as active as I once was on Spurgtopia. I love jumping in on the GIF offs when we just speak in GIF images.
Fucking A, man. There's some people in there that are excellent at it. Old Sam B, Victoria, Spurg Snake. Yeah, they've got a gift for every fucking occasion. It's like the Hallmark card for gifts over there.
Our buddy Salvatore, he dropped in here earlier. He is fantastic. The I recall him throwing out the turn. Like Doom is run with the turn, but I've got to give full credit to Salvatore for. It was during the Atlantic City show with No One Likes Onions, where he really got into. I think I'm turning on this guy. The
Right.
turn. So, and thank you for all your Simpsons references, Salvatore.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, is David Chandler in here? Is he still in here?
I saw a chat from David Chandler a bit earlier. One of the most generous fellows around.
I was
just a few minutes ago.
David Chandler dropped by. Chandler, make sure you take care of old. And he doesn't know I was going to say this, but yeah, Dylan does some hard work, and yeah, please help him out as much as you can. He deserves it. There's some good people in this world and bad people, and Dylan is one of the good guys. He's one of the real ones. Where the rest of these in this fucking universe, a lot of them, I would really question them, their authenticity. So yeah, that's all I had to say about that. Just help him out, David. He's a good dude.
Thanks for that super chat plug. And I am monetized. I do have to be tiptoe around another violation. I got a warning for watching a public domain movie for members only. So for 90 days, there will be no more public domain theater for members only. We'll try it again after that's worn off. So, but fucking odd how they gave me a oh, it's like a soft strike, basically. This warning for watching a public domain movie. You sons of bitches.
Well, David, I know Deadpool does keep an eye on him. And thank you, David. You sure help out a lot of these guys, and that's righteous. So if you're a man that believes in the afterworld, you're one of those folks that's going to go to a good place, I'm sure. So, yep, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you, absolutely, David Chandler. When you step back for a minute, there were a few people who were in some dire straits. That was fun seeing. I believe it was KB and the Z-Man really like itching for that Chandler bump.
Yeah, well, they don't deserve it no more. I'm sorry.
Kevin really put on a good show a few years ago, and yeah, not so much anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't. And I'm going to tell you, I know a lot of people don't like him much. Ray DeVito, and that's fair. I know he drives me. I just pound my head in the wall watching his shows. He's so goddamn frustrating, no doubt about it. I don't think he's that bad of a person, but yeah, the way that he's kind of gone after him, and that's it. And ever since that Adam kind of left him, I think KB has really, really struggled. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
he retired from stand up, so maybe he felt it coming on that the creative peak, which we were talking about earlier, that he is now on the wrong side of it. So let's throw in the towel for that, and let's focus towards the show, which is, yeah, not what it was just a few short years ago.
Right, right. It's. Have you been watching much of Chad lately?
I haven't. I've seen some clips popping up. He's for the longest time I was saying Chad's got nothing. Before we went on, I was making fun of Chad's snipe streams, which were a lot of
Right,
this.
right.
Uh, but in the clips I've seen, he is actually, yeah, putting the pieces together.
Right. Well, he you know, somebody said it, I don't want to take credit for it because it'll be you know, somebody it was in a chat somewhere. So, but somebody had pointed out that oh god damn it, what damn fucking fool were we talking about there?
Chad,
Chad,
Kevin,
yeah, Chad. Somebody had pointed out that it's just a matter of time before Chad has another one of his fuck ups. And he's out of the fucking loop again. You know what I'm saying?
it is a pattern. It does give in to his worst instincts. He's done it multiple times. So you're absolutely right. We may be on a timetable of this fun, entertaining Chad. And his
Right.
impression of April that doesn't sound a fucking thing like her, but it's the best one around. We've got our buddy Melton, who is going for more of like that Youper up there type of accent when he does her impression. But the Chad impression is just so fucking funny.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's just like his laugh that he does. It's like the Carl laugh, or they're all the same. And you know what? It's his own laugh. That's how Chad laughs. How he uses to mimic or mock other people's laugh. It's his actual laugh. Go back and watch some of the old Compound Media days when he's on. That's exactly how he laughs. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Joey C's my guy.
And we did get some love after our buddy
Oh,
Honk
good.
solicited it. I don't like to solicit it too hard, but when my guest solicits it, thank you very much for giving our buddies a little nudge. $2 from DJ Electra. Hi, Honk the Clown. Great interview to you both.
Well, thank you, Miss Electra. Thank you, and thank you for donating. Like I said, guys, old Dylan here is one of the good ones. He's a real one. So I think if you're going to put any money any place, look at guys like this instead of the other ones. Just my
And
opinion.
if you do prefer putting it between my breasts, I can throw on a bikini for you if it is the right price.
Shit, you're really
As a
working them for the dough tonight. You're going to really work them. Damn it.
that was coming out of my mouth, I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But now
Well, you
I've
might be
half-ass
compelled
committed
to.
to it.
That's right. The compel of polycule it compels me. The power.
Getting titty fucked by a man, that's gay. Getting peck fucked by a trans woman, hetero-flexible. Homo-flexible. Shit, I done messed up my joke right now. And
You're all right.
Thanks to Deadpool for the $50 super sticker. We've
And
got a controller who is punching, kicking, and giving a peace sign. Thank you both. And I do have a jingle for that. Thanks to DJ Electra for throwing me a few super chat jingles.
Thank you for the super chat. Forget that mustache shouting.
yeah.
Have you seen the mustache trans woman from my TikTok show, T.S. Luna? Mustaches are not allowed.
I haven't seen that yet.
So I was convinced that it was not a bit, and she was just doing it all wrong, just throwing troll food out to the trolls. But after seeing her do that a bunch of times, she knows what she's doing. She's getting all these people to throw this mustache on her. I got one over on this former man, but she's raking it in. She does not ban these people on TikTok that are giving her the mustache. So just
Do you
over and
get
over
some
again.
video of it?
I do have I do have a over on my channel. Luigi Greenberg liked the segment so much. He was like, "Can you please put that one segment out?" I do need to get better of putting out some shorter videos. That definitely helps with the algorithm. And,
yeah, you got to do some clips, huh?
yeah, I was getting on that, and then sorry, I just updated, and there was a little warning window that came up.
All right.
So the first time we ran into Luna, T.S. Luna, trans girl, ask me anything. Trans girl here.
Get that mustache off of my face. You could put a cowgirl hat on my face. Not the mustache, Jack.
Okay, look at that face. She's a decent actor, because as I said, I've come to believe that this is absolutely a bit. That looks like hurt in her eyes. Oh, you're putting the mustache on me. And oh wow, does this really go on 11 minutes? oh, that's right. The clip is 5 minutes long. With me commenting, it ups it up to 11 minutes.
Well, we talked about that, the TOS, right, or whatever. Or the
yeah, I make sure that I'm commenting a good bit over my videos. It's transformative. Right. So people come and, hey, your co-host audition is stealing my video. Totally transformative. Look how often I start and stopped.
Exactly.
Oops, I put that on mute.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Last one. Not him sending both. He's like sending a mixed combo. That's disgusting. Your behavior.
So I thought for sure that was just a real person throwing out troll food and being very, but she knows what she's doing. Every single time that there's a mustache up, that's another $350. Every time there's an elephant to remind her that she hasn't gotten the bottom surgery yet, That's at least 350. That might be more.
Damn. Yeah, you got to come up with a good gimmick, man. I'm thinking, what the hell can we do for you to do a TikTok? Even me, shit, something. They're making a lot of money on them goddamn things, ain't they? I mean, there's
I
more.
do need to get back. As I said with the clips, if I were to make YouTube shorts that also work as TikTok clips, I do need 1,000 followers to go live on on TikTok. So that I believe I'm 800 down. Years ago, I was attempting to do stuff on TikTok, but haven't been up on that. I'm a mediocre businessman right now of growing this channel and the From Somewhere brand.
Well, you're doing it 3 days a week, and you got your regular job, so that creates challenges.
Yeah, could be a little more on it, but yeah, working with a regular ass job to pay the bills. Need to step it up a little bit, but I'm doing okay. I'm there with a thumbs in the middle of growing the channel.
This is good. This is good. How's your dog doing?
Oh, they're actually my roommate's dogs. I'm just a doggy uncle. We've got the little puppy who's a destructive little bastard. He's had to get a muzzle because he's so fucking destructive. So when we're not paying him attention, he's got to get the muzzle on. Rosa, the 4-year-old pug, she's the princess of the house, and there's the old dog Squishy. He was a foster failure. Their first foster dog was an old dog, and they're like, "Oh, an old dog? You're gonna die, aren't you, buddy? All right, come here."
Right. Yeah. I don't think I could be going to get me an old dog. I don't think it'd break my heart.
I think he might have been a hoarder house dog. The way just there's certain things about him that it's like I think you were a hoarder house dog.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Was it a pug too?
No, he is a mutt. There's some Chihuahua Terrier, possibly a Dachshund in there. Definitely a Chihuahua and Terrier. Mutt, possibly Terrier.
Goddamn Chihuahuas. You find them in a lot of hoarder houses. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of Chihuahuas and small dogs in fucking hoarder houses,
If they were medium, large-sized dogs, they would be the biggest terror around. Those little aggressive fuckers.
Oh yeah,
He tries to chase after some bigger dogs, and every once in a while he yanks himself off of his leash, even, and it's like, motherfucker, if you get mauled, I'm not even gonna be sad. Eventually I will, but right now, motherfucker, I'm not gonna be sad if you get mauled.
Yeah, he's the one starting them little dogs. They all think that they're a big dog.
Yes, Stallion 19. We've got 2 new rope shooters, Deadful and David Chandler. We will have a bonus episode coming up next Friday. Slow adult speed dating, a 17-minute segment that I haven't seen in a while, so it's new to me too.
Good. Sounds exciting.
And we are past the hour and a half mark here. We've hit a bunch of subjects. Any plugs you've got before we start wrapping up?
Sorry about that. I was exhaling.
Waiting for the exhale.
So there's my only plug for you. Honk the Clown at YouTube. HONKDACLOWN. Honk the Clown at the YouTube. We will, and I say we like I got a mouse in my fucking pocket. I'll be doing a show this evening, 7 o'clock Pacific time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be covering my favorite subject, Joey Catalano and the Catalona Crime Syndicate. And you guys come on over, sign up. We'd love to have you. Pretty easy going chat room. We got some good mods. Dayla's one of them. I think, like I said, Spurg, are you available tonight? If you are, get a hold of me. Just hit me up on the Discord private message
show tonight on our buddy Joey Catalano. He does solicitation wing of the Catalano crime family. I'm most familiar with because wow, Mrs. C looks just like small town hookers. I'm sorry if you're not Mrs. C. I've always said that's why you were in jail was for the solicitation charge. You look so much like the small town hookers.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
So that's coming up this evening. Joey C never tickled me the way that Aaron Imholt tickled me. So I only covered him once quite a while ago. And yeah, he got very angry. He actually showed up in the chat of my co-host audition forum and was very pissed off. But yeah, then when I saw him in person, I like you. You're a good dude.
Yeah, well, he likes to do that. I've actually had Joey on the show. I just think he's full of more shit than a Christmas goose. And, I think he could change as a person, though. I'm an eternal optimist, man. Everybody's got has got a thing to Christ Almighty. If you want to know the truth of the matter, Chad Zumach has got a rougher fucking record than he does. And that's
he does.
Yeah,
we've seen that record.
Yeah. Right. So we can't be holding Joey into, he's done some scummy stuff, but boy, Chad Zumach sure has too.
Joey fights you, then he makes you family. That's the way. You got to do a fisticuffs or a verbal fisticuffs.
It's the Sicilian way, man. You beat the shit out of each other, then you eat some spaghetti.
That was the same way in Oz. They showed the beatdown of the young gangster. All right, we beat the shit out of you. You're one of us. You passed the test.
Right.
So thanks for joining me once again, Honk. Honk the Clown over on YouTube. Spurgtopia for some of his insights. Any other Discords that you throw some big essays out on?
Oh, I haven't done it in a while. I got to start getting. I'm going to make them a part of the show, doing my Deadpool odds and stuff like that. So, yeah, once I figure that out, hopefully soon. But yeah, no other really Discords I hang out in. The Win by 2 one, I do enjoy watching them somewhat, and yeah, that's about it, big guy. And thank you so much for having me on. It's been just from the hip how we've had, I've enjoyed myself. We said, hey, our interviewing thing, we only got like 2 questions, so we made a good run of it, I think.
Yeah, thanks for starting the conversation after I was like, oh, motherfucker, I did not write down all the questions for you. Kept it rolling very well. Thanks for lifting me up when I started sputtering.
Not frigid, man. You have a good day, and thanks for having me on. And all you guys, Deadpool, and you guys who donated, that was awesome. Dylan deserves it, and he appreciates you.
Thank you, Honk. Thank you, Super Chatters. And thank everyone else for sticking around. You are now free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LSMFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right left 8. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LSMFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.